There is an elephant in our landfill. There is also the largest chocolate bar ever made. Was passing through, and it was time for it to be disposed of. So they pulled it up in a flatbed, and we disposed of the largest chocolate bar, largest chocolate bar in history. But at the time, it was the largest chocolate bar ever on a long flatbed that came in, and we disposed of it at the landfill as well. My name is Jeff Rumpke. I'm president here at Rumpke Waste and Recycling. I've kind of been in the company my whole life, but officially I've been, post-college, I've been working in the company since 1990. So Rumpke started in 1932. My grandfather was in a very large family. He's one of 13, and they lived in Carthage. They lived on Seymour Avenue in Carthage. During the Depression era, my grandfather did a bit of everything. He delivered coal, he was a scrapper, he did whatever it took to get by during that time. And at one point, he received payment for some of his services with hogs. Before you know it, 6 turns into 20 to 100 and so on. And so he's down in Carthage, and he starts to enlist his brothers and nephews to go out and get waste to bring back to feed the hogs. So that continued to grow, and at one point, he kind of outgrew where he was at. So he bought a house with a farm on Bank Road here in Colerain Township, and the company expanded, or his hog farm expanded from there until the mid-50s, when the government came out and said, hey, if you're gonna feed waste to hogs, it has to be cooked. It's not approved to do this anymore. So at that time, he had a decision: am I a hog farmer or am I a garbage man? He brought the family into the garbage business full time there in the 50s, and has grown since then here at our site in Colerain Township. I grew up in Colerain Township. I lived off of Pottinger Road, played all the sports, went to St. John's here on Dry Ridge Road, going to church, going to Frisch's after church, going to Perkins further south on Colerain after church. I remember those times because we were with family, and it was fun, and we were young. And so when I was little, Dad would, mostly on Saturdays, but sometimes when we were off work or off school, he would bring us to work with him, and we would run around the office. And then, probably younger than we should have, we rode in garbage trucks. We actually picked up garbage. I remember at a very young age being on the back of a garbage truck, probably younger than I should have been. Not only a little bit with my dad, but more so with my brother, who's 4 years older than me. So he would drive the truck, I'd be on the back. And so kind of learned the business from the ground up. And so that's always neat, because it makes it a lot easier when you're dealing with employees, that you understand what it is that they do, and that you've done it yourself, and there's a respect that's earned from that. My grandfather was in a lot of different businesses, but then when my father and my dad's cousin Tom took the business over in the 70s, they were really focused on growing the waste and recycling business. So, and we've grown significantly since then. We've gone from a single site, one landfill, to now our company has 18 landfills, 16 recycling centers across 5 states. So we went from that small family company here locally in Colerain Township to kind of a regional company with over 4,500 employees and 2,600 trucks on the road, a major player in the waste industry here in the United States. So it's been really good for our family, and Colerain Township's been a great home for us. One of the really important management things that we do here is we do control our landfill gas. In 1986, we partnered with GSF Energy to build the first landfill gas to pipeline quality gas plant here in the United States, and since that time we've added 3 additional plants. So we actually have 3 gas plants operating on site that collect the landfill gas that's generated, cleans it, and we put it right into Duke Energy's pipeline to service the local community. And so it's important from an odor control, but also just controlling the impacts of the landfill that we collect that gas. One other thing that happens with that gas is that we actually circulate that gas through Duke Energy's pipes around to our CNG fueling station. So we're powering our trucks landfill gas. So, which is really a neat story. Today we have almost 400 trucks that run off natural gas / landfill gas here in Colerain Township. It's one of the largest compressed natural gas fueling stations and single truck depots with compressed natural gas in the country. So we understand wherever we operate, we want to be very good community partners. It's important to us. We think it's important not only, it's important for the growth of our business, but it's also important just to be good people. And I think that we are good people and we try to do the right things and be an asset to the communities in which we operate. And so that's important everywhere, but it's especially important here in Colerain Township where it's home base for us. So we go out of our way to try to be a great company for the community and to participate in community events. And if there's a need, we're there, and we try to respond to that and help the community in any way that we can. The community should know that Rumpke is still a family business, still run by family. We are committed to remaining a family business, and we're committed to doing the right things for the community and continuing to grow. We make long-term decisions. We make long-term investments that maybe don't look great for next quarter, but are good for us long-term and good for our communities long-term. So that gives, we still have that flexibility, and we're going to keep that flexibility. That's the way we want to live. We want to be able to plan for the future. And in this business, it's important that you're able to do that and plan for the long-term future. So I think that differentiates us from a lot of the publicly traded companies, that we're able to make long-term decisions and do long-term planning and aren't so held to the next quarter's results. We've become a really good company. We've been recognized for the past 5 years as one of Deloitte's best managed companies across the United States. So we're proud of that. We think we do a really good job at our job, and we want to just continue to get better and grow our company.